Hello and welcome to another update video about Apecoin. I've covered this chart just a few times. It's more for channel members because a few people in our membership requested it. We do cover member requests from time to time. We can prioritize them at least. So yeah, this is one of them. The forecast, I mean, it's pretty good for short term, for short traders, right? It is one that certainly doesn't have really any good long-term prospects in my opinion. But this chart has been pointing to the downside, and also my previous updates also in the channel membership. And you can access this live chart as a member. They've been pointing towards the downside. And yeah, it's come down rapidly. It really looks like a third wave. So the main problem here is that we had an ABC rally initially into May 22. And then here a wave 1 down. Yeah, this ABC structure. We've been talking about that for a while. And now it's coming down in this third wave. And typically in a third wave, you expect to reach the 1.618 extension. That's down here at 17 cents, certainly far away. I'm not saying we will necessarily get there in this downward impulse. It could be that the 1-to-1 ratio is already enough. In fact, maybe we should add the 78.6 extension as well. That's at $1.09. So that is also why we probably just now see a first reaction. It's normally not enough for it's probably not enough for this third wave to complete, I would say, but never say never. In these downward impulses, sometimes you see some odd Fibonacci extensions, but certainly if you zoom out, there is nothing bullish on this chart, so it's pointing towards the downside. It would really need to do a lot to make us bullish. I mean, resistance, yeah, I mean the main resistance that will suggest first that this downward impulse is breaking, that's at the 50% retracement level. So we can add that to the chart. This is $2.66. Yeah. This is the main resistance level that would be relevant for a fourth wave. Between $2.14 basically and $2.66. Now, I'm not suggesting this will get there necessarily, but if it gets there, first of all, I would first assume that this is a wave 4. And the key level is $2.66. That's a level to watch. Now, actually, I would rather even add the 61.8 extension to it, but the 50% fib level is the first key level to watch at $2.66. Take $3.30 for info, but the wave 4 ideally doesn't even go above the 50% fib level. Also, it would then cut into, sorry, the wave 4, yeah, it would cut into the low of the wave 1, which would be invalid in an impulse, but it could still be an ending diagonal that's unfolding here, or some kind of a diagonal, leading diagonal. So primary scenario for now would be a continuation, but it needs to break below $1.09 to confirm, and then it is probably reaching 67 cents. There's no way to say how low this will eventually drop. No way. Because this is probably, I mean, you have to assume with a chart like that it goes to 0, right? Now that's not the same as it will go to 0, but you have to assume it. Because it lost all support, it's actually increasing the downside momentum after it sort of consolidated here in a very weak way. It's actually increasing in negative momentum, isn't it? Or let me just double check that. I mean, it's hugely oversold, yeah, but that's not necessarily bullish in an all-time downtrend. Okay, it's not increasing on the daily. It's not increasing in the daily in momentum. It just looks visually as if it's increasing in momentum. But yeah, it's increased. You can see that it's reducing bullish momentum on the 4-day chart. So that might get a bearish cross. The 2-day chart is already bearish anyway. Weekly chart, just sideways. There's nothing. I mean, it has been reducing overall negative momentum on the weekly, but that's just because this here was so aggressive. So there's nothing bullish on this chart. You know, I'm just covering it for channel members from a request point of view. Looking at the shorter time frame, it has shown a small reaction here. You see it's slowing down here at the 78.6 extension level at $1.09. If it breaks below that, it should drop as it did before here to the next fib level, 67 cents, from where it probably then has a chance to move up in a fourth wave. I put the third here because at the moment I would assume it's getting there, but if it shows something more substantial here, I think it will move to the $2.14 level, but there's not enough there to suggest it. Also, the $2.14 level, the 38.2 retracement is basically here previous swing high, so that could act as additional resistance. And looking at the 4-hour chart, I mean, it's still making lower lows and lower highs, right? There's nothing there to, I mean, at the very least, you know, to suggest that the fourth wave has started to the upside, it would need to break above this level, I'd say. You know, that's at $1, what is that? $1.34. So until then, it's just sort of, you know, you need to give these a little bit of space. Yeah, not much more to add, so hope that helps. Hope you liked the update about Ape. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.